Well, there it is. The kitchen. Pretty much done. And waiting for me. Well, and, waiting for an entire kitchen to go in, but all the prep work, all that behind the scenes work that you never actually get to see, what you rely upon, is done. And it's waiting. But it's day 20 here on Chris Old House. Welcome back. 20 days. How about that? Time, again, goes. But kitchen is on pause right now. I think it's possible that cabinets could be coming in next week. So I just need to probably put a coat of primer on everything. And as I showed you, I think yesterday, I'm going to need to see about that floor. But the cabinets are going to go in before the floor is an issue. The final floor goes down. The plank stuff goes down after the cabinets are in. But before the refrigerator and the stove, because you have to put the plank down and push everything in on top of the planking. You don't put the planking in front of the stove. That would be a mistake. Anyway, so that's the kitchen. And yesterday I started finishing up the door that I put in, and let me show you where that's at. Over here in the laundry room, which is also on pause, one little thing I did before I left last night is put this extension jamb in here to get this out for the depth of the wall to put the trim on. And of course, the first nail I put in blew out the side here. Went that way, so I had to take it out. So I got this big thing here now, and I'm going to need to patch that nicely and neatly, which I will do. So we step outside, and I think I showed you at the end yesterday, I have started the stuccoing at the bottom there. See that? Nice and solid along there, supporting everything, and it's all sealed up behind there and supported well. So that today I'm gonna run all the way up and around here, fix all that up, and back on down. One thing that is so important with a stucco job is the green sponge, the green float, spongy float, to even things out. Because the goal is that when it's done and cured, it's on the same plane. It looks like, but for the color, the paint surface, it looks exactly as it would be if it were brand new. It doesn't look like, oh look, they patched in a door. As you might see from this window area where there had been a window in the original structure and somebody patched the stucco here, and they did a very nice job with the matching the surfacing to the original, but it's sort of this away. They just didn't use quite enough stucco, so you obviously can see where the window was, and it needs more on top of that. But I'm almost positive at this point that we're going to hire somebody to do this stucco wall, because I can do this patching over here, but this is somebody who knows how to stucco can do it a hell of a lot faster than I can, and it's sort of a one-off job. So it's finishing out the stucco patching today, maybe a little bit more patching in the kitchen, but then I think I'm going to move on to the living room and take up part of the carpet and see just what the situation is going to be with that floor, because it's really wavy gravy. And now it's a couple hours later, and I have finally finished the stuccoing around the exterior door I put in. I've been meaning to do this. I've been wanting to do this for the longest time, and well, take a look. So good. So good. I like stuccoing. It's tough getting up underneath there, getting it to key in up underneath. You got to make sure you get it all the way up in there to make sure it doesn't sag or anything, but did that, and the goal is to make it look like it was always there, and I think I succeeded. So if you think back or remember back from some of the earliest episodes when this wall was a freestanding stucco wall that was not attached to anything at all, and I had to build back the wall and use the adhesive foam to connect the wall in on the interior to the outside wall, and we got the door in, and got the proper stucco trim on that matches the original. It's all about those details. It's what I like to put the effort into, so they're really, because the eye is always drawn to the edges, the trim, where things connect, and if it's done right, if I do say so, then you never know what was done once it's all painted up again. They say the job is in the details. They also say God is in the details, and I think they're right. And now I have taken up a little bit of carpet, and I'm looking at a funny floor. Can you see it? I don't know if you can. Can you see it? Have you ever been out in a boat? It's extremely wavy. It's not unsafe in any kind of way. It's just... And the plywood that was put down with little tiny nails. In fact, let me show you. The underlayment plywood was put down with these nails. See that? That looks like it's about 1.25 inches. Yeah, it's not even 1.5 inches. It's 1.25 inches. It's almost a brad. See that? Very tiny. With nothing, actually. So all I can do is screw all this down and sort of average out as best as possible the slopes in the floor, the waves in the floor, and do the best I can with it, because there's no other solution besides ripping everything up and trying to level out the floor, which is impossible. So this, actually, being day 20, is the end of a full month at this job. A month of 5-day work weeks. Tremendous progress. I think I feel like I'm ahead of schedule, but I thought this job was going to take me 2 months, but the homeowner said, so 3 months? And I said, no, it'll only take me 2 months, so it's probably going to take me 3. So then, eventually, we'll be talking about day 60. Where will we be? But until that time, I'm enjoying myself. Got a lot done today. It's a really good stopping place. Kitchen's just waiting for cabinets to come in and a little bit more patching. Took care of the stucco outside, and now we see what we're facing with the floor. So anyway, if you've been watching these, I hope you've enjoyed them. If you do enjoy them, I'd ask you to please subscribe and hit the little notification bell. And comment if you would, because it does help the channel grow. From Burbank, California, on June 16th, 2023, I am Chris Rubio saying thank you for watching Chris Old House.